The Rockies' Ryan McMahon continued his home run tear last night. 4 straight games with a homer for McMahon, but the Diamondbacks had the answer back from Pavin Smith for a win in the series opener. And we're back at it tonight as Gila River brings you Diamondbacks baseball. It's game 2 against the Colorado Rockies on Bally Sports Arizona. Good evening from Chase Field and welcome to Diamondbacks baseball. Steve Berthume and Bob Brenly here. Diamondbacks look to make it 2 straight over the Rockies, and they have their ace Zach Gallen on the mound. But here's the plot twist. Bob, the Diamondbacks have lost Gallen's last 2 starts.
Yeah, and Zach has really taken the blame for those last 2 starts. He just was out of sync. I mean, Zach has set the bar so high. The expectations are so high when he takes the mound. When he has a couple of starts like this, it really raises a red flag. But I have no doubts that Zach will be out there tonight battling like he always does and figure something out in between his last start and this one here tonight.
Had that very short start in Pittsburgh where he got blown up in the 4th inning and then couldn't get through 6 in Philly. It cost them in the end there.
Yeah, it was a tough road trip for Zach. I mean, he rolls into Philadelphia, lots of friends and family. That's always been a tough venue for him.
Well, he's up against a very good left-hander in Kyle Freeland. He's their ace. He gets the ball for Colorado.
Yeah, ace against ace here tonight. This should be a real good pitcher's battle with the left-hander Freeland against the right-hander Zach Gallen.
We're going to need some high-quality keys to the game.
Well, get Zach back on track. We should have knocked the K's off of back and track.
Oh,
match
clever.
Zach.
Now you come up with that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's going to bounce back from 2 subpar outings.
Don't take the K's away from Gallen, by the way. That's not good.
And for the right-handed hitters, hey, it's your turn. We bumped up against a string of right-handed pitching, so these guys haven't had a chance to get out there and do what they do. And Freeland, by the way, has given up 8 home runs, all to right-handed hitters.
Well, speaking of right-handed hitters, we've got a big righty in the lineup tonight. Star Power presented by Steel. More Pina power last night. A skyrocket off the bat of Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and he's back in the lineup tonight. More after this from Chase Field.
D-backs baseball on Bally Sports Arizona is brought to you by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Here's to the moment makers. This is your career. This is your moment. Start your career at the all-new Santan Mountain. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Chaz Roberts Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Choose Chaz. Taco Bell. And by Sanderson Ford, Arizona's largest Ford dealership. Jack in the Box. When the D-backs hit big, you win big. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a D-backs home run. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Desert Financial. Start banking better and getting more with free checking from Desert Financial. Join a winning team at desertfinancial.com. Peoria Subaru. We care. We promise. And by Camelback Medical Clinic. Visit www.camelbackmedicalclinic.com to book your appointment today.
Our exclusive coverage of D-backs baseball rolls on moments away now from first pitch, game 2 at 4 here with the Rockies at Chase Field. Thanks as always for joining us. Let's bring you out to the pre and post game set once again. I'm Todd Walsh. It's, I think, been fascinating to watch the evolution of Zach Gallen emerge right before our very eyes, but not necessarily as the premier pitcher in all of baseball, but right here locally as the ace of the Diamondbacks staff. And all that role encompasses. His manager, Torey Lovella, was asking him to embrace that role. He was reluctant, but as Torey told us the other day, he's all in.
I didn't ask too much too soon. I just kind of, baby steps in small ways, just asked him to assume a certain responsibility, not outwardly, but by what his example is every single day as prep. And then his ability to go out and execute and win a baseball game. And I said, you have the ability to be that stopper once every 5th day that we're going to win a baseball game when you take the mound. And he was ready for that.
Just love that Torey added that Gallen is freak-like in his preparation.
The Beamer Roof Report shows us we are wide open at Chase Field, downtown Phoenix. Roof and outfield panels good to go. It's the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. Welcome to it. Steve Berthume, Bob Brenly, Todd Walsh, Mark Grace with you. Second of a 4-game series, and Nissan presents your Diamondback starter, the right-hander Zach Gallen. Looking for a return to form. The Diamondbacks have lost Zach's last 2 starts.
Yeah, the really surprising thing about that is the fact he's walked 6 batters, only struck out 5 over his last 2 starts. He admitted his command wasn't where he wanted it to be, didn't have all of his weapons working, especially that start in Pittsburgh, but looking for big things from Zach here tonight. He does not like to lose.
Not 2 in a row, certainly. He's facing a Rockies bunch that is away from Coors Field. They are only 9-17 on the road this year, and Valley Chevy Dealers has the Colorado lineup.
Well, it's pretty easy to highlight Ryan McMahon. He's homered in 4 straight games. He was a double shy of the cycle with 4 hits in yesterday's ball game. Got to keep an eye on him.
Let's get a look around the diamond at the D-backs defensively. That's provided to us by E.D. Marshall Jewelers.
Yeah, we're going to highlight Jake McCarthy out there in right field. We know Pavin Smith has played a considerable amount of right field. I like Jake McCarthy a little better out there than Pavin Smith, a first baseman by trade. Jake with 3 outs above average already in just 26 ball games this year.
And Jake was a big presence in the game last night. That 2-run single in the second, had another base hit, walked, stole 2 bases, did it all. And the Diamondbacks got their 11th win in their last 16 games, so they begin tonight 8 games over 500 and only 1 game behind the Dodgers in the loss column for the National League West League.
I know Torrey and his staff and the team would love to get to 10 games over. It's kind of a mile marker as you're trying to work your way toward the postseason, get to 10 games over, and then take off from there.
Jurickson Profar, the left fielder, leads it off for the Rockies. John Tumpain back there, our plate umpire, calling balls and strikes. And we're set to go on a Tuesday night from downtown Phoenix. Rivera plays in just a half step at third on the grass. Profar walked and singled as the leadoff man yesterday, and that extended his major league leading on base streak to 36 consecutive games. Pulled a fastball foul, and it's 1-1.
I mean, to say Zach Gallen can be dominating is an understatement. We know he can be. We've seen it repeatedly over the last couple of years. But how about this stat? 35 of his 63 completed innings this year have been 1-2-3.
Efficiency.
Yeah, that's a 56%. League average is only 36.
Couldn't get Profar to bite on that changeup. It's 2-1. Early starts for Zach, always kind of a feeling out process. What's working, what's not. Hitting the buttons on the PitchCom transmitter there. Runs a cutter in, and it's 3-1 on Profar. Gallen facing the Rockies tonight for the first time this year, with the red-hot Randall Grichuk waiting on deck. Upstairs with a fastball. It's a leadoff walk, and Profar is on base again. That's 37 consecutive games. The closest guy is the Diamondbacks' Ketel Marte, who's now 10 games behind him.
That's why we were hoping to keep Profar off the base at least in 1 game of this series, so Ketel could take over that #1 spot.
Right. Here is Grichuk, the DH, over his first 23 games this year, batting .372. He sends one to left center. Here comes Corbin Carroll to run it down, and that's quickly 1 away for Zach. Now here comes the big boy, Ryan McMahon. He has 8 home runs this year. Half of that total has come in his last 4 games. He's homered in 4 straight. And he hit one in his first at bat here last night, 445 feet onto the concourse in right center.
Yeah, hot doesn't adequately describe what Ryan McMahon is right now. He is white hot.
.12 for 20 in his last 5 games, Ryan McMahon. 4 homers and a dozen RBIs. Last Rocky to hit home runs in 5 consecutive games, David Dahl, who did it back in 2018. As you pointed out, Bob, the McMahon home run yesterday was hardly his only highlight. He had his second career 4-hit game.
Had a triple, a couple singles to go along with that home run.
Drove in 3 runs, a double shy of the cycle. Clanked off the glove of Ketel, and they cannot get anything there. Everybody's safe as Profar makes it into second. a fielder's choice and an error on Marte.
Yeah, just didn't get it in the glove. It looked like an intention to backhand flip from the glove onto Nick Ahmed. It's short, but just hit the glove and dropped out. He tried a second time, but too late to get Profar at second.
2 on and 1 out for Elias Diaz, who has a .335 batting average that ranks 3rd best in the major leagues. That's the thing about this Rockies team, regardless of whether they're home or away, you put enough base runners on when you don't need to, you can get yourself in trouble quickly.
Oh yeah. And we were talking about Diaz last night. Of course, each team has one representative at least to the All-Star game in July, and right now Diaz would be the front runner for the Rockies.
No doubt. Well, that was a ball to Profar. It's a strike to Diaz. Diaz's batting average behind only Luis Arraez of the Marlins, and Toronto's Bo Bichette among the highest in the game. He singled twice yesterday. Profar at second base, McMahon at first. I'd say he took a cut.
Yeah, a little bit.
1 and 2.
Going to need a chiropractor after that swing. This is just a challenge fastball at 94 right down the middle, and Diaz takes a home run swing at it, but fouls it straight back, drops to a knee.
And takes a well-deserved timeout. Allen spiked a curveball up there. It's 2 and 2.
Well, this has become an everyday occurrence. Balls in the dirt just don't get behind Gabriel Moreno. He's worked very hard on that. Gets it on the chest protector. Rolls over in that right-handed batter's box, but no chance for those base runners to advance.
Here's the stat that scares you. Diaz this year with runners in scoring position, 20 for 45. Bounces it to third. Rivera for 1. Marte. And they roll it. Gallen gets the double play. Gets out of trouble. Diamondbacks coming up against Kyle Freeland. Often does against a left-handed starting pitcher. Torey Lovullo has stacked his lineup with righties. Valley Chevy Dealers has a look.
Well, we know who has the first longest active streak in the Major League Baseball. That was Jurickson Profar leading it off for the Rockies, and Ketel Marte, a 27-game on-base streak, is by himself.
Well, they're up against the left-hander Kyle Freeland, who has pitched better than the numbers would show. He has kept the opponent to 2 earned runs or fewer in 7 of those 11 starts.
And the bullpen has given up some of his inherited runners that he left on base when he came out of ball games. So you're absolutely right. Those numbers don't reflect how good Kyle Freeland has been this year.
Marte back in the lineup after a scheduled off day yesterday in the opener. And he leads it off. Change up, sailed up and away. Ketel homered off Kyle Freeland at Coors Field when we were there last month. Marte in the air, left field, off the pole and gone. Oh, now he's homered off him again.
Does that count as a time reaching base since you just ran around him?
Should count for 4.
It should. Oh man, 87. Mid-thigh, mid-plate. Ketel Marte from the right side just absolutely crushes that ball.
This one clangs off the pole just above the bullpen. His 5th career leadoff home run. An early lead for Emmanuel Rivera. Tovar, the shortstop, tackles that one and makes a nice play. Diamondbacks coming out swinging against Freeland. Here comes Lourdes Gurriel Jr., a jumbo jack off the bat of Ketel Marte, his 8th of the year. A free jumbo jack tomorrow at Jack in the Box with the purchase of a large drink.
I'm going to have to do the promo in the pregame show.
They got you again. Let's tap into some more Pena power. That .319 batting average ranks Lourdes 7th in the majors at the start of play today. First pitch changeup is in there. Lourdes singled and homered last night. That made it 4 home runs in his last dozen games for Gurriel. That home run he hit yesterday, the roof, it almost hit it.
Yeah, it was way up in the air. I didn't know if it had enough distance to get out of here because it was hit so high, but snuck into about the 3rd row out there in left field.
Here's the oddity for Gurriel. He has yet to homer off a left-hand pitcher this year.
How about that?
See, I'm kind of trying to tee him up right here. Yeah. He hits it pretty deep to center. Doyle, the rookie, makes a leaping grab on the warning track for out number 2. As E.D. Marshall Jewelers gets us a look around the diamond at the Colorado defense.
Well, we've already seen him make one amazing play in this game. Ezequiel Tovar at shortstop has awesome range out there defensively. We saw him make several plays on the second base side of the bag last night. Got big shoes to fill following Troy Tulowitzki and Trevor Story. I don't think he'll provide the same kind of offense those guys did, but boy, can he slap that leather.
Just a baby, 21 years old. Here's Christian Walker. Christian has hit in 3 straight games. He singled and scored in his first at bat yesterday. Diamondbacks saw Kyle Freeland in Colorado at the end of April. They got him for 3 runs, 5 hits in 6 innings. He got the loss in a 9-1 Diamondbacks win as Merrill Kelly shut down the Colorado offense. Freeland hasn't beaten the Diamondbacks since 2018. He is 0-5 in his last 10 starts against the Diamondbacks. His ERA in those 10 starts is over 6.5. Throwing that changeup an awful lot.
Yeah, an awful lot early, yeah. You get a kick out of this, I think. 3 batters in the game already will all put the ball in play. The lowest exit velocity was Ketel Marte's home run. Lourdes Gurriel 103 on that fly ball to center. Rivera with 97 is ground ball to short. Ketel Marte's homer 92.
That's still my favorite of the 3.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Full count on Walker, 3-2. Marte's 8th of the year has made it 1-0 Diamondbacks. His 5th career leadoff homer. Longoria would be next. Another changeup from Freeland. Freeland can be a little hit and miss. He's had 7 starts this year in which he's gone at least 6 innings or more. And he's also had a couple of outings he didn't make it through the 3rd. So there's been a clunker for him here and there. He'll get tripped up now and again.
Yeah, a couple starts ago against Texas, he went only 2 innings, gave up 8 runs on 9 hits.
Oh, that Rangers offense. Another changeup. And it's a 2-out walk. Here comes Longo.
Yeah, he's thrown 14 pitches so far in the ball game. 8 of them have been changeups.
Longoria is the DH today. 0 for 2 in his start against Boston's Chris Sale on Friday. This should be a good matchup for Longo. He's homered in 3 of his last 8 games. Slider didn't get there, says John Tumpane, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. He's homered off Freeland twice in his career. Tried the sinker, no go. Freeland starting to look a little frustrated now. 17 pitches, only 7 strikes. Corbin Carroll waiting on deck. Longoria smashes one to center. Evan Longoria gone. 2 first-inning home runs, and it's 3-0 Diamondbacks. How about 452 feet?
Ooh. Well, one of the keys to the game was righties, it's your turn. Evan Longoria must have been listening. Boy, did he crush this one. 88-mile-an-hour fastball out over the plate where he could get his arms out there and hook that ball back to left center. A bomb.
Onto the concourse behind the home run porch. Diamondbacks had 2 big home runs in the game yesterday. 2 more so far tonight. Corbin Carroll looks at strike 1. 7th of the year for Evan Longoria. Bounce to second. Castro's got it. And Freeland is out of the first. But a couple of long balls. Ketel Marte got it started. Off the foul pole in left is 8th. And then Longo goes a long way for his 7th. After 1, it's 3-0 Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte and Evan Longoria, a couple of home runs, an early 3-0 lead for the Diamondbacks. Don't forget, coming up this weekend, the Atlanta Braves will be here starting on Friday. It's a weekend set, June 24th, Saturday, June 2nd through the 4th. He mistakenly tried to say. Saturday, June 3rd, get the awesome tribal cap before the 7:10 matchup. Tickets at dbacks.com. That went a lot better in rehearsal. Chris Bryant leads off the second against Zach Gallen. It's a slumping Chris Bryant. He did walk and score in yesterday's opener, but was 0 for 4 at the plate. And they're waiting for Bryant's bat to show up here. He's run into a very quiet offensive stretch this month. 3 for 31 in his last 9 games. Zach still trying to get a feel for things out there. So far through 16 pitches, he's thrown more balls than strikes. And Bryant smashes one to center. There's a leadoff single.
Yeah, up to this point, Chris Bryant hasn't exactly justified the contract he got from the Rockies, but he hasn't been fully healthy. Hey, you think back to his days with the Chicago Cubs when he was a third baseman, and he was a scary hitter to face at any point in the ball game. I got a feeling he's going to get back to that style of hitting very soon.
Yeah, Bryant limited to barely more than 40 games last year, his first season with Colorado. Second baseman is Harold Castro, who started there in the opener yesterday, went 0 for 4. Brendan Rodgers, the Rockies' Gold Glover at second base, has been out all year, had left shoulder surgery after an injury this spring, and Castro has done a nice job this month filling in. Sends this out to left center. Gurriel is there. Oh, that almost carried over his head. Some loud contact greeting Zach Gallen to start the Rockies' second.
I think that ball was hit a little bit harder than Lourdes thought. He kind of went laterally across from left toward center field, and that ball just kept carrying and carrying. He eventually has to reach up over his head and snag that one before it gets to the warning track.
Well, mentioned Colorado without the injured Brendan Rodgers. They are also missing C.J. Cron, who's on the injured list with back trouble. So here is Nolan Jones, the first baseman for the Rockies. 3 hits in 4 games this year, his first season with Colorado.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, partner, roof and panels open tonight, and you might see some uniforms flapping. The flags are moving a lot more than we're used to seeing with the roof and panels open. It might play some tricks here tonight.
You can see the back of Nolan Jones' jersey. It's billowing.
Billowing, I like that. Nice.
There it is. There's a good shot of the wind. Ryan Blakeney, the pants, the first base umpire. Breezy down there. 0-2 on Jones.
Got a little breezy there for Nolan Jones.
Did.
Fastball up and in. C.J. Cron has not played since May 14th out with back spasms. He's been doing some running, taking some light ground balls, but not expected back before the end of this series. Rockies also missing Charlie Blackmon, is on the bereavement list after a death in the family. Grandfather who passed away. Once more for Gurriel, and he's got that one. Well, they got him going in all directions out there.
Yeah, one going back over his head, that one coming in, sliding.
You know, I will say this, he's been out there taking a lot of extra outfield work before the game, before batting practice. Tony Perez-Cheek has been hitting him some fly balls out there in all directions, and it's paying off. Center fielder is Brenton Doyle. There's TP. Another youngster in the Rockies lineup.
I think you mentioned it before, Bert. Zach Gallen here at home at Chase Field this year. 5 starts, a perfect 5-0. Here's the amazing number. In 35 innings pitched, he's given up 3 earned runs. That's a 0.77 ERA. Lowest home ERA in Major League Baseball for qualified starters. He likes it here.
Good cutter. Well, he's had 2 off days so far. The start at Pittsburgh and then last Wednesday at Philly. Last time Zach pitched here was a win over the Giants May 13th. Kept San Francisco to 2 runs, a season high 7 2/3. At that point, he was 6-1 on the year with a sparkling 2.35 ERA, but he's not been quite as sparkly since. There's Gallen's hair blowing in the breeze.
That must be a nice feeling.
It's like a fragrance commercial, isn't it? What a 2. Got him with a curveball. First strikeout for Zach, who holds a 3-0 lead. The Chase Field faithful here. A reminder, fans anywhere in Arizona can purchase tickets online to our D-Backs Give Back 50/50 raffle, supported by Avnet. And every ticket purchased helps fund youth sports programs across our state. Jackpot already up over $3,000. You can get your tickets at dbacks.com/50/50. Nick Ahmed leads off the second against Kyle Freeland. That looks good.
That looks really good.
Learn to share. Nick the start at shortstop against the left-hander. Looks at strike 1. Another changeup from Freeland. Nick's offensive numbers have taken an unusual turn this year in that he's doing much better against right-handed pitching than he is versus lefties. That's quite the opposite turn for him. And is immediately behind 0-2 here. Usually, you write it down every day. There's a left-handed starter, so Nick gets the start at shortstop. But these numbers are quite the reverse of his history.
Go figure. I think, we've talked about Nick and his approach at the plate, stepping in the bucket down toward third base a little bit, looking to pull the ball to left field.
Oh, part of the bat went to third. The ball went to first.
Attaboy.
And Nolan Jones got there first.
Hey, I can feel a D-Backs home run coming tonight. When the D-Backs hit big, you win big. Get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase a day after the D-Backs hit a home run. Like tonight.
Well, I've been anticipating more power from Gabby. He almost hit one out of here yesterday. Had a deep fly ball to center for an RBI. Doubled, stole a base, drove in a run in the win yesterday.
Wait, what?
Yeah, stole a base.
Wow.
Dave McKay talked about that after the game. He said, he's turning Gabby loose because other teams simply aren't paying any attention to him.
That's a good point.
And he runs quicker than he looks.
He's a lot quicker than he looks.
That was his third stolen base of the year. Gabby 3 for 3 in his stolen base attempts.
That's a good take, even though it was a strike. It wasn't what Gabby was looking for in a 2-0 count. He was probably looking for something middle of the plate in that he could whirly bird to left field.
In the air to right for Bryant. It's in that wind. And there's 2 outs. Well, great to see Jake McCarthy get going in the game yesterday. He was on base much of the day in the win over the Rockies. That's the big 2-run single in the second. He would single in the third as well. Then walked in the 8th inning. He stole 2 bases, scored a run. Did it all last night, Jake McCarthy.
And Torrey was really pleased with that opposite field base hit to drive in a couple of runs early in the ball game. Line drive past the third baseman into left field. Torrey loves that opposite field approach with runners in scoring position.
Worked beautifully just ahead of the Pavin Smith home run, part of that 5-run second yesterday after they fell behind early 4-0. Rolls over to second. Castro gobbles it up. Nolan Jones, did he find the bag? No, he didn't. McCarthy got there first. That's a base hit for Jake. Rockies will have a look, but McCarthy, that former Scranton High School running back, smelled the end zone there.
Yeah, Freeland a little slow getting off the mound as Nolan Jones went out into no man's land that time. Had to backpedal toward the base, and not sure if he got it or not with his toe right there. Looks like the Rockies are going to wave off any challenge. Yeah, looked like he came up just a little bit short.
Well, here's the definitive look.
Tough to tell.
Well, here's Marte, a leadoff homer in the first, his 8th home run of the year. It's another example. You don't always have to steal a base for that speed to come into play. So Cattell with that home run now has reached base safely in 28 consecutive games. McCarthy takes off. The throw from Diaz is a good one, but Jake is in there first. Another steal for McCarthy. That's his 3rd in this series already. And here's the jump.
Boy, got everything out on that right foot, on his lead foot, and was able to cross over into that steal attempt. Nice job. Boy, he accelerates so quickly.
When he is involved in the game, the team takes on a different identity than when he's not. 2-0 on Cattell. Night sky up there for Doyle in center. And we head to the 3rd with a 3-0 lead.
From Mesa, Arizona, go D-Backs!
Well done, Mesa. That was really well choreographed.
Very good, very good.
Love our fan greetings. Thanks to everybody who stood in line during our early season ceremonies and participated in those. Enjoy running them all year for you. Ezekiel Tovar, the rookie shortstop, leads off the Rockies' 3rd against Zach Gallen. A lot of loud contact against Gallen here. Tovar, who had a big triple in the ball game yesterday, has a double to start the 3rd.
Well, maybe he will hit as good as Tulowitzki and Story. I know he can pick it as good as those 2 guys, but a ringing double down into the left field corner. 107 off the bat that time.
He's a good-looking young player. Yesterday, tripled, single, drove in 2 runs. A double in his first at bat tonight ahead of Profar, who walked to lead it off. Gallen so far through 3 innings has put himself in immediate trouble every time the leadoff batter has reached for the Rockies in all 3 innings. Pitching coaches don't like that.
No.
As a rule. And now you've got the pesky Profar, one of the most selective hitters in the game. Walked and singled as the leadoff man for the Rockies yesterday. His first season in Colorado, spent the last 3 years for the Padres.
There's a chance for a scoop over there. Chuck Oliver. That's a little out of Chuck's range. Going to need some help from Jake McCarthy. Chuck Oliver, our Golden Glover, working right field. And there in left field is Trent, Mr. Randy Watson.
We haven't seen Trent for a while.
Yeah, too bad. That's one of my favorite nicknames. Gallen so far has looked a lot like he has his last 2 or 3 starts, just a little out of sorts.
A lot of cutters in the early going. As we always say when Zach Gallen starts a ball game, you never know what you're going to see. Whatever feels good out there on a given day, whatever the numbers say on a given day.
Out to center, and Corbin Carroll's got it. Well, even when he was winning earlier this month, you'd hear Zach after the games and he'd say things like, well, I'm still working on getting that feel back and making sure everything's in sync. He might say he wasn't super sharp or didn't feel like he had great command, and we've heard a lot of that lately. And he really hasn't found any rhythm or tempo out there so far tonight.
I like the way Torrey described his preparation. He's freakish in his prep.
He is. He just enjoys that part of it so much. Grichuk looks at strike one. Grichuk has been collecting hits in bunches lately, walked and singled twice yesterday. His shoes are from the Barney collection. Grichuk has had multiple hits in 3 straight games and 4 of his last 5. I guess it would be the Dinger collection. Rockies dinosaur.
Most starting pitchers would far prefer to pitch out of the windup, but Zach Gallen has only been out of the windup to the leadoff hitter in each inning. Out of the stretch, all the rest of the batters he's faced.
And the 3 times he's been in the windup, he's given up a walk, a single, and a double. Another one on a line to center. 2 outs in the 3rd.
Sounded like Grichuk caught that out near the end of the bat a little bit. Was trying to die in front of Corbin Carroll, but that just doesn't happen.
Ryan McMahon.
Third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
His 2nd career 4-hit game in the series opener yesterday.
It'll be interesting to see how Zach approaches this at bat. You do have a base open down there at first, but you've got the dangerous Elias Diaz in the on deck circle, although it would be a right on right matchup. First pitch was way off the plate away.
Allen at 40 pitches, only 23 for strikes. He walked the leadoff hitter in the ball game, and he's sort of been on the back foot ever since. Cutter runs in. It's 3-0. Diaz hoping to get a chance.
There's no question Bud Black would give Ryan McMahon the green light here, 3-0, the way he's been swinging the bat.
That's the thing about this lineup. You've got Profar leading off, who gets on base at least once a game, and then 3 red-hot hitters in Grichuk, McMahon, and Diaz. And here comes the cleanup man, who hit into a double play to win the first. 2nd walk issued by Gallen. Tovar at 2nd still after his leadoff double. McMahon at 1st after his 2-out walk. And yes, you don't have to face the dangerous McMahon, but you put him aboard ahead of Diaz, and look at these numbers this year with the runners in scoring position.
Wow. Well, he has struck out 7 times.
Well, there's that. Bright side. Diaz in his previous 10 games has collected 15 hits. He's hitting over 350 this month. Zach ahead of the count, 0-2. You got him to hit into a double play to win the first, his first time up. Let's see if he can put him away right here. Tovar at second, McMahon's at first. Runners on the move. Walker in foul ground. Can he get there? Not quite. Not hit very high up in the air.
Well, an odd time to start the runners.
That was odd. An 0-2 pitch.
Yeah.
That's a lot of faith in your hitter, but he's earned it at this point based on the numbers. Zach, as he so often does, checking that laminated card in the back pocket. 0-2. Behind second, look out for McCarthy. Well, Zach Gallen flirted with danger there, but Jake McCarthy from out of nowhere ends the third. Addition, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has been this year our nationwide vision eye on the game. He's bidding for National League Player of the Month. Bob, in his last 25 games, he's hitting .370 and slugging well over .700.
Well, those are all the numbers that'll show up on his baseball card at the end of the season, but he brings a lot more than just the numbers. His teammates have rallied around him. He's one of the guys that keeps things loose over there on the bench, whether things are going good or bad.
And the Pena Power t-shirts that Torey Lovullo proudly models all the time are on sale in the team shop here at the ballpark. .373 in May with 8 home runs. He is due up second in the inning after Emmanuel Rivera leads it off. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Rivera hit a ball hard to shortstop that Tovar smothered for an out. He bats second, gets the start at third base. And boy, Rivera, his last 4 games have all been starts at third. And in those 4 games, he's 7 for 17. Swing and bunt. Can they get anybody there? No, they cannot. Freeland tried the little back pick and couldn't pick it up. Well, every once in a while, you'll take one of those.
Yeah, exit velocity of 51 miles an hour. Yeah, that little tweener, that's that Bermuda Triangle over there between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the pitcher. And that time Freeland, as you said, tried to just swipe backhanded and win the race to the base, but didn't come up with it cleanly.
And here is Gurriel. Okay, we had something on the field. Now it's cleared up. Lourdes lined out to center his first time. We're talking about his potential as National League Player of the Month for May. In May, no player in the league has a higher OPS or slugging percentage than Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He is number 1. Punches that one down the line and just foul. It's been fun to watch Lourdes.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. These are his home runs, and he told us the power would come coming off the hamate bone surgery last October, and he was right.
That highest home run was the one he hit last night. That blew into left field.
Way up in the air, above the roof level there. Behind to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Gurriel has hit 9 homers this year. 8 of them have come this month. But he has yet to homer off a lefty this season. Hard to third, smothered by McMahon. What a stop. Oh boy, Ryan McMahon, that was something. He's been a Gold Glove finalist down there a couple of times in his career, and he just showed you why.
Well, that ball was smoked down the third baseline. I didn't think McMahon could get to it, but a couple of steps and a dive.
Yeah, that's a double right there.
Easy double down into the corner. Boy, what an arm. McMahon on a couple of hard smashes down to third base last night kind of lifted his head up a little bit like he wasn't sure about the hop he was going to get, but no doubt about that one.
All right, takes a double away from Gurriel, but Rivera gets into second for Christian Walker now with 1 out. And Christian missed a fastball. 88 above the belt. Walker walked and scored his first time up, came in on the Longoria home run. Diamondbacks got 3 in the first, couple of home runs. Ketel Marte a leadoff homer off the foul pole in left, and then Longoria a long home run out to dead center. Curveball didn't quite get there for Tom Payne. It's 1-1.
Hey, anytime the D-backs score 5 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free seasoned beef crunchy tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 the following day at participating locations.
Longoria, long home run in the first, waiting on deck. The righties are stacked up for Torey Lovullo tonight. 2-2. It's full. There is the skipper, as he likes to do. The righties all lined up in a row like jets on a runway. LaGuardia, Rivera, Gurriel, Walker, Longoria. 2, 3, 4, and 5 against the lefty Freeland. Chance to do some damage right here. Just over the head of Trent, Mr. Randy Watson down there. And we'll do it one more time. Doesn't bite on the curveball. Second walk issued by Freeland. He's walked Walker both times. And let's get a look at Longo's long gone home run in the first. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. 452 feet.
106 off the bat for Evan Longoria. Now, Freeland doesn't have a big fastball. Average velocity right around 88 miles an hour this season, and that's right in Evan Longoria's wheelhouse.
No doubt. The home run is 7th of the year. He's the DH tonight. So he's now homered in 4 of his last 9 games, tonight included. One out. Rivera's at second and Walker's at first. High hop for the shortstop. Tovar gets it started. And Harold Castro turns it. That ends the threat. We head to the fourth. D-backs lead the Rockies 3-0. We want to give a big shout out and thank you to our friends at Chick-fil-A here at the ballpark for feeding our entire Bally Sports Arizona TV crew. We almost drove them out of the honey mustard business.
Well, I saw a Chick-fil-A bag over there on your side of the booth earlier.
Yeah, it was great. I took advantage of it. Chick-fil-A always takes care of us, and we thank them very much for their support here. You can get your delicious Chick-fil-A right here at the ballpark. Well, we've had a scoring change as Chris Bryant leads off the top of the fourth against Zach Gallen. They have taken the error away from Ketel Marte on the ball hit by Ryan McMahon in the first inning. Remember, that was a ball that Ketel backhanded off the glove. They weren't able to get it out. They've taken the error away from Marte and given McMahon a base hit. So adjust accordingly if you're scoring with us at home.
Those retroactive base hits, I'm still waiting for official scores from back in the 80s to start.
They called. You were out.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Bryant singled his first time.
Who was it? Hack Wilson or somebody that
oh yeah, the
Jerome
dead RBI.
Holtzman, the late Jerome Holtzman went back and dug through some scorebooks and added a couple of RBIs years after his death.
I was going to say McMahon, the way he's going, he gets hits even after he's out almost.
That's when you know you're hot.
And when you're not, you're not. Cutter got Bryant. Second strikeout for Gallen.
His cutters look pretty good today. He missed off the plate inside to some of the left-handed hitters, but a perfect one here. That's almost a legit slider. Got the swing and a miss on whatever it was.
Harold Castro hit a liner to left that almost carried over the head of Lourdes Gurriel Jr. out there. Well, Castro's done a very nice job kind of quietly filling in for the injured Brendan Rodgers. He's hitting just under .340 since the end of April and has been playing second base nearly every day for Colorado. That one is another hit for Castro. It's up the line just past a diving Walker. McCarthy has got it in the corner, and Castro has a one-out double. He's been a nice addition for the Rockies.
I mean, every team has injuries over the course of the season, and a lot of times your success or failure depends on those guys that you plug in. Castro's more than done his job.
Well, they're plugging Nolan Jones into first base for the injured C.J. Cron. Jones lined out his first time. We saw Nolan Jones make his major league debut with Cleveland last year. Rockies picked him up from the Guardians in November in a trade for a minor leaguer. He's putting up monster numbers at Albuquerque when he got called up last week. Jones was leading the Coast League in slugging in OPS when he was called up. A dozen homers, 42 RBIs in less than 40 games with Albuquerque. He was hitting .356.
He's got that golf grip, interlocking index and pinky finger.
The changeup from Zach. It's 1-2. I thought that was a no-no.
I've played with a few guys that used to interlock their fingers from time to time, and you'll see guys occasionally when they fall into a dreadful slump, they'll try anything. It definitely gives you a different feel. Your hands are much lower on the bat handle when you interlock that index and little finger like that.
Great camera work by our crew. That's Mickey down there. Stay hot, Mick. 1-2 on Jones.
Went fishing on a curveball, and Gallen gets strikeout number 3.
A lot of cutters early. We're starting to see a few more curveballs this time through the Rockies order, and that time Nolan Jones way out in front.
Brenton Doyle was Gallen's first strikeout victim to win the second, the center fielder. Doyle, another rookie in this lineup for Colorado, a 4th rounder by the Rockies in 2019 out of Shepherd University. There's a fly ball, pretty deep right center, but McCarthy is backpedaling in front of the warning track, and he's got it. And once again, Gallen strands a base runner early in the inning and keeps it 3-0.
Lead over the Rockies, and you can be here all summer long. That's right, the best deal in baseball is back. It's the D-backs Summer Pass presented by Bar S. You can get tickets to all 37 summer home games in June, July, and August for just $99. There are additional benefits we've added to the Summer Pass this year. You can sit with all your friends, purchase guest passes as well. dbacks.com/Summer Pass. You can start using your Summer Pass on this homestand June 1st. Corbin Carroll leads off the 4th. Summer Pass goes right to your phone. You want in, you text you the tickets, off you go. It's that easy. Corbin grounded out to end the first, his first time against Kyle Freeland. Freeland 0-5 in his last 10 starts against the Diamondbacks, and he trails this one 3-zip. Freeland has not beaten the Diamondbacks since 2018. Nick Ahmed on deck, then it's Gabriel Moreno. Just off the corner. Corbin Carroll's aboard as we get this word from Global Credit Union.
At Global Credit Union, benefits like no-fee accounts and early payday keep you moving forward on your financial journey. Global Credit Union. On we go, Arizona.
You want to get Corbin Carroll running. Now's your chance ahead of Nick Ahmed. Sinker at the knees for a strike. Corbin takes off. Nick hits a fly ball to center. Doyle is under it, and Carroll back to the bag at first. Here's Gabriel Moreno. Had a conference call with Morgan Sword and his outstanding staff at Major League Baseball headquarters today, talking about the new rules and how they're working. And one of the topics came up was the number of disengagements by the pitchers per plate appearance. They thought, okay, if they use 2 of them, it would turn into a track meet every time, and they'd be handing out stolen bases like Oprah gives away cars. And there goes Corbin. And he's in there easily. But the point of the discussion was very few pitchers are actually using both disengagements in a plate appearance. They'd like to keep one in their back pocket as an insurance policy. But Freeland didn't even get to use one there.
Even a good throw doesn't get Corbin Carroll that time. He had a great jump, had a couple looks at Kyle Freeland's delivery to home plate, and apparently saw something a little different. Got a great jump.
Stolen base number 15 for Corbin Carroll. And there he goes again. Corbin Carroll running wild.
I just love this kind of baseball.
Evil laugh.
I mean, this is against one of the best throwing catchers in the major leagues, and he has easily stolen 2 bases on Kyle Freeland. Nothing that Diaz could do on either one of those. Boy, awkward looking slide right there. Hopefully he's okay.
Infield comes in for Colorado. 0-2 on Moreno. There it is. Corbin has stolen 2 bags in this at bat and is now second in the National League behind only Ronald Acuna Jr. He'll be here this weekend. Braves are in town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. dbacks.com for your tickets. Cabby hits a fly ball to right. Chris Bryant's under it. Corbin's at third, and here he comes. 4-0 Diamondbacks. RBI for Moreno.
All set up by those 2 stolen bases, giving Gabby a chance to drive in a run with an out.
Here's McCarthy, who singled and stole a base his first time. Oh boy, here's another card out of the deck right there. You thought that was fun? Watch this.
Bunting his way on base, steal second, steal third.
Yep.
Score on a wild pitch.
Jake has 3 hits. He's walked twice. 4 hits. He's walked twice since coming back from Reno. Swing and bunt right there. Freeland makes a nice play to get to it, but the throw's offline. Castro's where he should be. They keep McCarthy at first. Jake is 2 for 2. Not sure he's hit a ball out of the infield yet.
Not yet. That's all right. No pictures, just numbers. I mean, Freeland knew he had to hurry. He falls off the mound to the third base side a little bit, which should help him, but then that off-balance fadeaway throw way wide of the bag at first, and Jake is on with 2 outs. Here we go again.
Do you ever sit next to an annoying little brother and he keeps hitting you in the arm and you just keep saying, ouch, quit it.
Quit it.
That's sort of the way teams are going to start feeling when they play the Diamondbacks. Jake stole second, back in the second. His 6th stolen base of the year. Nolan Jones dropped the pickoff. So that's 1 disengagement. You get 2 per plate appearance. Back to the point we were talking about earlier, the fewest stolen base attempts in terms of disengagements have come after 2 disengagements. So it just doesn't happen that often. Pitchers save that second one. Del Marte in the leadoff spot. How about a leadoff home run, the 5th of his career, off the foul pole in left.
Well, that made a great sound off the pole, too.
His 8th home run this year. So Ketel's on base streak continues. Now up to 28 games. His 2nd homer off Freeland this season. That trickles foul.
Back to Jake McCarthy for just a moment. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. The exit velocity is 82 and 55.
Killing the ball.
Killing it.
Tell you what's really killing it, that mustache.
I like it.
Oh, 2 on Marte. There's time requested by the catcher Diaz. Well, Black's team coming off a successful homestand, but this road trip has started off with a loss, and now they trail game 2 4-0. Colorado just 9-17 on the road this year, away from Coors Field. McCarthy holds. Marte yanks one, a curveball down the line, foul. That's in the woods. One thing about Cattell, we know it's his power side from the right-hand side, but they've been on him to try to walk a little more when he's batting right-handed. Don't always try to hit one out of the park. Here goes McCarthy. Diaz the throw. It's a good one. And McCarthy's in there anyway as Castro drops the ball. Oh, they're running wild on Elias Diaz here.
This is supposed to happen with a right-handed pitcher on the mound in our Jackrabbit lineup, but tonight we've got the right-handed Thunder lineup in there, and the guys that can steal have been running wild.
That's Jake's second stolen base tonight. Diamondbacks have stolen 3 bases in this half inning on Friedland and Diaz. He's at second and a 1-2 count on Marte. Ouch, quit it. In the air, right center. Doyle to the track, and he's got just enough room. They tack on another run, and after 4, they lead Freeland 4-0. Here in Arizona, this Diamondbacks track meet is brought to you by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Diamondbacks, let's see, they've scored 4 runs and they have stolen 5 bases. Corbin Carroll has 1, 2. I'll make it 4 bases. Getting carried away. Corbin has swiped 2. McCarthy swiped 2. Ezekiel Tovar starts off the 5th against Zach Gallen. Just anticipating the next one.
Well, there will be more.
Well, Gallen right now has thrown exactly 60 pitches in the ball game. Only 18 of those 60 have come from the windup. He has had traffic around him on the bases all night long. And he's headed that way again, maybe. 1-1 on Tovar. He's had an impressive series. He smoked a double to left his first time up after he tripled and singled in last night's opener. One and 2. 21-year-old rookie shortstop Ezekiel Tovar. Well, the Rockies, remember, they had the veteran at shortstop last year, Jose Iglesias, who played pretty well. And was right around 300 much of the year, played very good defensively, but they really liked Tovar and they let Iglesias go and put this kid into the starting shortstop spot, and it's working out nicely. Made steady progress at the plate. He's had a solid month offensively, and he's run the count full 3-2. Again, Gallen looking at the leadoff man reaching for the Rockies. It's happened in 3 of the first 4 innings. And this drives McCarthy to the track and right. Here is Profar, who has walked and flied out. The leadoff hitter has already extended his on-base streak now with 37 consecutive games. They don't necessarily need Zach Gallen to go deep into this game. The bullpen is in fine shape tonight, but I think they'd just like to see it happen because of the way the last 2 have ended. He did not survive the 4th at Pittsburgh 2 starts ago. They tried to get him through 6 at Philly last week, couldn't quite make it. That wound up blowing up in their faces, even though he went to 100 pitches for the first time this year.
Yeah, that was good to see.
And he was upset about that afterwards, Zach. He said as a starter he's got to go deeper in the game and slam the door, especially against that Philly lineup in that 6th inning there. He called it a grinder. So we'll see how deep into the game he can get tonight. Profar makes it tough. He's always a tough at bat.
Yeah, he is. Has a good eye at the plate. Rarely chases balls out of the strike zone. Talking about Zach and getting deeper into the ball game, I mentioned earlier he started 5 games here at Chase Field this year. He's 5-0 and he's thrown 35 innings, so averaging 7 innings a start here at Chase.
Got Profar to wave at a changeup. Strikeout starting to come a little more often for Zach. That's number 4. He got 2 in the 4th.
And the bottom just fell out of that one. You see the grip right there, the modified circle change that he's thrown since he was a kid.
That used to be his fastball grip.
Yeah, he said his hands were so small he had to throw with the index, the middle, and the ring finger on the baseball, and just stuck with that as his changeup.
70 pitches, 43 for strikes as Grichuk fouls that one back. Grichuk has twice lined out to center. He's 0 for 2. Tied him up with a fastball, and it's 0-2. Allen looking for what would be his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. Toward the corner and left, and that one is off the wall. Grichuk pulls in a second with an easy double. Clanged off the bullpen fence out there.
Boy, screaming line drive down into that left field corner by Grichuk that time. 111 miles an hour off the bat. Gurriel just goes over and plays the carom that time. 2-cushion bank shot, gets it back in, holding Grichuk to a double.
He's 11 for his last 21, Randall Grichuk. Killing the ball lately. And second with 2 outs for the dangerous Ryan McMahon, who was singled and walked. Allen at 75 pitches with 2 outs in the 5th. Couldn't lay off. Tried to check. It was too late. McMahon frustrated, down 1-2.
Yeah, Grichuk took a similar swing on a pitch up out of the zone in his at bat. Maybe just a little more velocity than he expected up there at the top of the zone.
Sometimes when Zach gets put on the back foot, he just bullies guys with fastballs. We've seen him do that before. It's a great effect.
Nice. Boy, he has come light years behind the plate blocking the ball this season.
Already. It's only been 2 months.
Well, he's been working hard with Jeff Bannister, keeping that upper body rather than raising your shoulders up, hunch your shoulders over a little bit. That keeps that ball from getting too far away from you. He's really done a good job.
2-2 on Ryan McMahon. Got him. That's a big strikeout for Zach Gallen. Went to the curveball once again. Gets strikeout number 5. And Gallen has worked 5 scoreless against the Rockies. In the first inning, 5 scoreless from Zach Gallen. It's 4-0 Diamondbacks. And a reminder, you can explore our ballpark in style when you enter the VIP sweepstake presented by Global Credit Union. Scan the code or go online right now for your chance to win a behind-the-scenes tour, the live TV broadcast, and a view from the Bally Sports Arizona Suite. Scan the code or go online. The VIP sweepstakes presented by Global Credit Union. Emmanuel Rivera, who has grounded out and singled, leads off the 5th against Kyle Freeland.
All the righties coming up in the bottom of the 5th against Freeland. Rivera, Gurriel, Walker, Longoria all in a row. One of your keys to the game, the right-hand power. Line drive to left. Profars got it on the warning track. One out for Gurriel, who's 0 for 2. He should have had a double in the 3rd, but Ryan McMahon made a sensational diving play on the line to take away extra bases.
We were talking earlier about how Lourdes Gurriel, not only with his play, but with his attitude in the dugout and on the buses and the plane rides, has really endeared him to his teammates.
No doubt.
And I wonder, you know, coming to a new ball club, he left Toronto. We had Vlad Guerrero and Bo Bichette, and for a while, Kevin Biggio, and a lot of guys that were big names in the news, on the highlights.
Yeah, he was just the little brother of Yuli.
Yeah, he was just that guy out in left field. But, you know, over here, I think the team is expecting more from him, and he's expecting more from himself, and he has really responded well.
Been outstanding, no doubt. Last 25 games, hitting .370. He singled and homered last night. Should say yesterday afternoon. Those Monday day games, the whole rest of the week is a mystery.
A mess. I don't even know what day it is.
Got another day game coming up. Getaway day on Thursday here. The finale of this 4-game set. Torey Lovullo has Tommy Henry going again tomorrow night. And then Zach Davies Thursday afternoon at 12:40 start against former D-backs great Chase Anderson. And then Atlanta comes in for 3 starting on Friday. Fastball runs in. Full count, 3-2. Christian Walker has walked twice. Got under this one. Lazy fly ball to right for Bryant. Christian Walker tonight, an example of why this offense works so well. He's not up there trying to hit home runs or nothing. He took 2 bases on balls, content to hand it off to the next guy, and the next guy in the 1st inning, Longoria, hit one a mile for a 2-run homer. That's one thing about Walker. He knows that it's his job to slug. His role, he says, is to drive baseballs, but part of being a good hitter is not trying to do it all the time. He does not have a homer or bust mentality, he says.
One thing that's been missing a little bit from Christian Walker's game lately is that drive to right center field, out toward the pool. That's when you know he's at his best. He can pull anybody's fastball to left field. But when they pitch him away, when he drives that ball the other way, it just eliminates any holes in his swing.
See, but that's the point. Most of the pitches he sees are right there.
Yep.
It's been like that all month long. Up and in, up and in.
And we saw stretches of the season last year when opponents did the same thing to Christian Walker.
Yeah.
Push him off the plate, come back in there a second time, maybe throw something off speed way off the plate, and then come right back inside again.
Yes, he went, says Ryan Blakeney, and Walker strikes out. It's a 1-2-3 fifth for Freeland, but he trails it 4-0. And it's a 4-0 Diamondbacks lead. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Chase. You can buy and manage your game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Catcher Elias Diaz, the cleanup man for Colorado, leads off the 6th against Zach Gallen. Zach so far 5 scoreless innings. He's given up 5 hits, Walked 2 and struck out 5. Diaz 0 for 2.
Just a little bit higher than he could handle that time.
Came into the game batting .335, which was the 3rd highest batting average in the majors. Got jammed that time. Rivera foul ground at 3rd. Chris Bryant, the right fielder. Chris Bryant last homered May 7th. He has hit under 200 since that last home run, which came 17 games ago. In fact, in those 17 games, he has collected exactly 1 extra base hit. Rockies GM Bill Schmidt was saying last week they were anticipating hitting more home runs than they're seeing this year from some of their sluggers, and they're a little mystified by that. Schmidt was saying if you look at the back of the baseball cards, these guys have had a history of hitting more homers, and they're, you know, Grichuk and Crone and Bryant and McMahon, and they haven't really shown up.
And you compound that with playing half your games at Coors Field, you expect to see some slug.
So it's a head scratcher for the Colorado front office. Castro on deck, 2-2 on Chris Bryant. It's been 5 scoreless for Zach so far, but it has not been smooth. He's had to work at it. It's been another grinder for him. Now we're at 85 pitches. Got him! Fastball at the knee. Strikeout number 6 for Zach. He has struck out 3 of the last 5 as we get this message from Jack in the Box.
My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers are made with 100% ribeye beef. Think of them as the CEO of burgers.
2 down for Castro, who doubled his last time up. Smoked one down the right field line. Gallen still does not have, through 5 2/3, a 1-2-3 inning tonight. If you can get Castro right here, maybe you bring him back out to work the 7th. If not, if he's got to face another hitter after this, he might be done after 6 based on the pitch count. Threw 100 pitches in that start at Philly last week. That's a season high. One and 2 on Harold Castro. Got him on a curveball. Gallen now with 7 strikeouts. So 1, 2, 3, 6th inning. He leads it 4-zip. Corbin Carroll led off the 4th for the Diamondbacks. Our nationwide vision eye on the game. A walk, then 2 stolen bases before he came home on a Moreno sacrifice fly.
Yeah, the Moreno sac fly came on an 0-2 count. He took a couple of very hittable strikes to allow Carroll to steal those bases, and then drives him home with an out. A sacrifice fly to right field. Talk about manufacturing a run.
Operative word there, run. Well, Gallen at 90 pitches through 6, and the bullpen starts to stir down there. Looks like he might be done. He has struck out Zach Gallen 4 the last 6 Rockies he's faced. He's walked 2, struck out 7, given up 5 hits over 6 scoreless. Longoria leads off the home half. He homered in the 1st. So Evan is now homered in 4 of his last 9 games. Backs up McMahon at third. Long throw right on the money. Now it's Corbin Carroll.
Center field, Corbin Carroll.
Corbin picked up a pair of hits in yesterday's series opener. He has grounded out, walked and scored so far tonight. He showed you the 2 stolen bases. Numbers 15 and 16 on the year for him. Sanderson Ford bullpen. The right-hander Scott McGough, who has pitched very well as of late and given Torlavelo some length back there at the same time. McGough and Ginkel have been stretched out a bit. They're usually 1+. Daniel Bard gets loose for Colorado. Freeland approaching 90 pitches.
And watching the way Scott McGough was warming up, it was quite a pace out there. It looks like he's getting ready to come into the ball game, not just throwing to get loose.
Fly ball to right field. Corbin Carroll, and it's gone. Third Diamondback home run tonight, and it's 5-0. Number 9 for Corbin.
Number 9 came off the bat at 109. Fastball up on the inner part of the plate, and he just turns it around. That's a lot easier than stealing bases and stuff to score a run. Just hit it out of the ball.
Yeah, they let you jog around that time. Nick Ahmed now. Catch some tacos for the drive in tomorrow.
Nice.
For Corbin, that's his 4th home run in the last 12 games. Nothing Diamondbacks. We've talked about the stolen bases, but 4 of the 5 runs have come via the homer.
No, this is the right-handed lineup. They're the slug.
Yeah, you called it. Timer violation. Charge to Freeland, automatic ball. That's John Tumpane back there. Oh boy, Ryan McMahon. He's putting on a show down there tonight. Plan to spend the day with Dad coming up Sunday, June 18th, with us down here at Chase Field. First 15,000 dads to our game against the Cleveland Guardians. We'll get this awesome Father's Day Hawaiian shirt. This year's version is the purple old school throwback. Yeah, it's courtesy of Budweiser.
I like this one. This one may go home.
Dbacks.com for all we need it until the Father's Day. Then you can take
it. There you
go. We got a pitching change. Freeland is done. We'll take a break. Up 5-0. Steve Berthew and Bob Brenly back with you from Chase Field. Diamondbacks lead the Rockies 5-0. Daniel Bard had been for a long time the closer for the Rockies, but that's Pierce Johnson's job this year. And so Bard working in a setup role now. The Global Credit Union called to the bullpen.
Yeah, the ERA is outstanding at 0.63, but Daniel Bard has walked 11 batters in 14 1/3 this year.
As many walks as strikeouts, but a 0.63 ERA. Gabriel Moreno knocked in a run his last time up with a fly ball. Second consecutive game with a sac fly RBI for Gabby.
Okay, there was the big swing. Got a hanger, tried to hit it out of the ballpark. Now watch him just shorten up, just try to put the ball in play. A lot of times right back up the middle.
He can cover a lot of plays.
Yes, he can.
Well, the hitting coaches believe that with a little more big league time and a few lessons learned, Gabby is going to start really hitting for power. He hits the ball off the bat as hard as anyone on the club. There's Joe Mather, the hitting coach.
One thing to keep in mind, too, is a lot of these pitchers that the young Diamondbacks hitters are facing, it's the first time they've ever seen them. Now, granted, there's video, scouting, and advanced reports and all the good stuff that goes into pregame routine, but to actually get in the batter's box against some guys that you've never seen before and still have a measure of success, that's really saying something. Another hanger on the inside part of the plate that time.
Well, in Gabby's case, and Mike Hazen talked about this spring after they made the trade, they felt like if they had waited a year and then called about trading for Gabriel Moreno, they wouldn't have had the call returned.
Yeah. And you can see why.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Blue Jays would have just hung up. Diamondbacks 5 runs on 6 hits. They've hit 3 home runs. Moreno reaches down and still gets a lot of wood on this one. Sends Doyle to the track, and he's got it in center to end the 6th. But Corbin Carroll joined the home run parade, his 9th of the year, and we head to the 7th with a 5-0 lead. It starts off with some slug, a leadoff homer from Ketel Marte. Longoria and Corbin Carroll followed, all captured on the T-Mobile coverage cam. And T-Mobile customers can get free MLB TV. Redeem now through T-Mobile.com/MLB.
You know, partner, we measure everything in the game now. Corbin Carroll's home run had a 4.2-second hang time. That's the second fastest out of the park homer of his career.
Line drive. Faster than he runs almost.
Yeah, only a 19-degree launch angle.
Start the 7th with a new pitcher out there in relief of Zach Gallen, who works 6 scoreless. It's the right-hander Scott McGuff, the Global Credit Union, calling to the bullpen. Gallen 6 scoreless innings, 5 hits. He walked 2 and had 7 strikeouts. 90 pitches, 57 strikes for Gallen. Nolan Jones leads off the Colorado 7. Well, Scott McGuff, over his last 6 appearances, has 14 strikeouts in 9 innings and has given up only 3 hits. He's really become a bigger and bigger piece in this bullpen, as they hoped he would. Has pitched very well over the latter portion of this month. 2 scoreless against the Red Sox here Saturday. Jones, Doyle, and Tovar 7, 8, 9. 3 Rocky rookies in the 7th. Scott, when he faced Boston on Saturday, struck out 5 of the 7 Red Sox hitters he faced. He had it rolling there for a while.
Well, that splitter has really come around for him early in the season. Not to make excuses for Scott, but it was cold. He was having trouble finding the grip on that splitter, but he has discovered it.
Gurriel backing up in left field. 1 out in the 7th. Don't forget, you have until the end of this 7th inning.
to get your Diamondbacks Give Back 50/50 raffle ticket supported by Avnet. Jackpot is over $10,000. Half that money and more can be yours. dbacks.com/50/50. Center fielder Brenton Doyle 0 for 2. We talked so much with Scott about the split finger pitch, which was such an effective pitch for him as a closer in Japan, but he's got a good live fastball and a very good slider. Not solely reliant on that split finger. 4 seasons in Japan. Signed as a free agent this December. Scott McGough actually began his career, he said, as a sinker slider guy. He was kind of old school. Went to the University of Oregon. Was a 5th round pick from the Ducks by the Dodgers back in 2011. Bounced around after that. Said that 2-seam fastball just wasn't working. Dodgers traded him. Went to Miami. Marlins waived him. He was DFA'd by the Orioles. Actually spent a year pitching in the Rockies minor league system. And then went to Japan for 4 years. Now he's back. Quick hands of the former infield great Tony Perez-Chico. You want that? No. Here's the fastball. 2 outs in the 7th.
Oh, just perfectly located. Obviously caught Doyle looking for something else. That's right down the chute.
Well, you get that going and combine it with the split, then you really have them talking to themselves. Tovar tripled yesterday, doubled tonight, 1 for 2. Well, this kid is impressive now. It's not just the glove. 2 hits last night. He has doubled twice tonight.
Yeah, you get the feeling we're going to see a lot of this guy in the future. Man.
Ezequiel Tovar. He's had a solid month. He's hitting over 250 in May. He's hit 3 home runs this month. And he's hit the ball hard throughout this series so far.
For the Rockies, with runners in scoring position so far tonight, are 0 for 7. And in the second inning yesterday, they had 3 runs on 4 hits. They were 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They're 1 for 13 since.
Well, they struggle away from Coors Field. Just 9-17 on the road this year are the Rockies. 7 games under 500 overall, last place in the National League West. Sometimes he'll throw a splitter up like that, and the hitter doesn't quite know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, most splitters, pitchers try to throw them down near the bottom of the strike zone.
Back to the fastball. Marte cleans it up, and that ends the 7th. And coming up next after this very short break, it's The Stretch, presented by Nissan.
To be that stopper once every 5th day that we're going to win a baseball game when you take the mound, and he was ready for that.
Manager Torey Lovello is the voice of The Stretch, presented by Nissan. Todd Walsh alongside Mark Grace. We talked about it on D-Backs Live, the pregame show. Zach Gallen embracing all that goes with being the ace, the #1. You played in front of a couple of Hall of Fame aces, Greg Maddux, Randy Johnson. What was it like when they walked into the clubhouse on the day they were pitching?
And pretty soon you're gonna start having to put Zach Gallen in with those 2 names if he continues to do this kind of. He's having so far that kind of a thing, but when a Zach Gallen or the ace of your squad, and everybody knows who it is, when he comes in, he walks in the door with a presence, not an intimidating presence, but a presence that As a teammate, you say, man, I am really happy that he walks in that clubhouse door right there instead of a different one.
You know, we talked in the pregame show as well about Brandon Webb very quickly, guys, as we sent it back to the booth, that he sort of evolved into that, just like we are watching Zach Gallen. Fascinating conversation that we shared with you earlier today. Torey Lovello on Zach Gallen and that evolution, Steve.
I love the combo there, guys, with Zach and Randy Johnson and Schilling and the guys at the top of the rotation. This comes after what Merrill Kelly was just compared to Greg Maddux the other day. So talk about a 1-2.
Love that.
The comps are working out. Here is McCarthy, who has singled twice and stolen 2 bases. All from the 9 spot.
Hurry.
High chopper, short hop. Boy, Tovar goes and gets it. The rookie shortstop gets McCarthy at first.
I was hoping that was chopped high enough in the air off the plate right there that he might be able to leg it out. But boy, what a play by Tovar. What a boy, man. He's something.
He's been their top prospect for a couple of years, and we're beginning to see why. Right away, 1 out ahead of Ketel Marte, who hit a leadoff homer, his 8th of the year. Clanged one off the foul pole in the left field corner off the left-hander Kyle Freeland, now batting from the left side against Daniel Bard. That was Alex Cora that was talking Greg Maddux in reference to Merrill Kelly's performance on Sunday. Check swing to third. McMahon cleans it up, and there's 2 outs.
Hey, look at Zach Gallen. I mentioned his home numbers this year. He's now up to 41 innings here at Chase Field. He's given up 24 hits and 3 runs. Struck out 54 batters, walked only 6, has yet to give up a home run. His ERA here at Chase's field this year, 0.66. And I'm anxious to hear the postgame. When they ask Zach to evaluate his outing, he won't be happy.
Oh, no, he won't. No way.
Not at all.
He was never really in a rhythm, in a flow. Got in there kind of toward the end, 5th and 6th. Struck out, in fact, 4 of the last 6 he faced, but there was a double in there. And it was a grinder for him. But, boy, you look up, 6 scoreless innings, 5 hits. He walked 2, struck out 7.
I don't think Zach will be happy until he strikes out every batter.
That's the beauty of Zach Gallen. He's just such a perfectionist.
Yeah, obviously, Charlie Blackmon not with the Rockies on the bereavement list, but I was looking at Manuel Rivera's beard. That's a little Charlie Blackmon-like.
Not a bad call.
Get a little bit longer. It's thick enough.
It has become Blackmon-esque. 1-2. He's become a bigger and bigger piece of this team, Manuel Rivera. Still just 26 years old. He's a young guy. He's not played a lot in the big leagues. Lifts this behind second, and Tovar will take it. And Bard works a 1-2-3-7. 5-0 Diamondbacks. Our Gila River Resorts and Casinos game summary. Both on-base streaks have been extended. Jurickson Profar 37 games. Ketel Marte 27. Make it 28 for Ketel now. 3 Diamondback homers, Marte, Longoria, and Carroll. They lead at 5-0, and Randall Grichuk leads off the 8th. Grichuk doubled his last time up. Hit a rocket off the bullpen fence and left. There's another one.
Gabby Moreno having some issues with the pitch comm. The earpiece, I think, fell out.
Well, catchers didn't have to worry enough about equipment.
Oh, goodness. He's listening to Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, back there behind the plate.
We had a lovely shot of the moon earlier.
Yeah, they did. My normal line when they show that great shot of the moon is those aren't craters, those are Lourdes Gurriel home run balls that landed up there.
He's all wired up now. Jake Bird, Blair Calvo in the Colorado bullpen. Calvo just brought up from their AAA club at Albuquerque. Their starter yesterday, Carl Kaufman, was optioned out. And McGough gets strikeout number 2, 1 down in the 8th. There's that slider.
It put some real good swings on fastballs in that at bat. So go to plan B, a hard slider low and away, gets Grichuk to swing right through it.
Well, Ryan McMahon, it's the 8th inning. He hasn't homered yet. He's homered in 4 consecutive games. So far tonight, he has singled, walked, and struck out. All against Zach Gallen. Last Rockies player to homer in 5 games in a row was David Dahl in 2018. A little low. That's the McGough splitter right there.
That's a great pitch against Ryan McMahon. He likes that ball down and in like most left-handed hitters. That splitter started in that hot spot but then just dropped out of the zone.
That one not quite as effective.
Not quite. Although that's right in Nick Ahmed's wheelhouse.
Right. It's a 2-run double for Nick, just like in St. Louis. Went back to the heater. 2 outs in the 8th as we get this word from Gila River Resorts and Casinos.
Seek a career. This is your moment. Join us.
Well, this is how Scott looked over the weekend against the Red Sox when he was racking up those strikeouts. 2 down for Diaz, who's 0 for 3. Just off the corner for ball 1. Diaz 15 hits in his previous 10 games, but 0 for 3 so far tonight.
I think Diaz is ready to go back to the team hotel right about now.
I wouldn't want to be the furniture in the hotel room. Might look like the Stones were there.
I mean, combined with Kyle Freeland, they gave up all those stolen bases. He's hit into a double play.
Now he's getting the splitters and maybe the splinters. He's just trying to Happy Gilmore one, get something out of this night. He's been pretty good throwing out his tempted base stealers up until this series.
Yep.
McGough can strike out the side in the 8th. Just a bit outside. Chris Bryant would be next. Down low with a fastball, Bryant will bat. Just the 3rd walk issued by D-backs pitchers tonight. And here is Bryant, 1 for 3, a single in the 2nd. Little mound visit from Nick Ahmed now. Oh boy, here we go again. Gabby's frustrated.
Technology.
Yeah, this thing never works. There is activity in the Diamondback bullpen. Looks like Kyle Nelson warming up down there.
Yeah, probably in a hurry. You've got back-to-back lefties up after Bryant.
Yeah, Scott's starting to get a little wobbly there. Sanderson Ford bullpen. Mike Fetters running things back there. Somehow, oh, that's foul at the plate. Somehow that stayed fair up the line.
Off his foot. That's why it stayed fair.
Yeah. Ouch.
Oh, right off the guard that time. Still didn't feel good, but at least it didn't hit unprotected areas.
Ryan was plagued by a bone bruise and plantar fasciitis in his right foot. Cost him the second half of last year. Chris Bryant, he's been a Rookie of the Year. He's been a National League MVP. He's been a four-time All-Star. Second season in Colorado now at the age of 31. Full count, 3-2. Back-to-back 3-2 counts from McGuff. He lost Diaz with 2 outs. Castro waiting on deck. Nelson warming up at the bullpen. Diaz gets a head start, and McGuff gets the strikeout with a split. 3 strikeouts in the 8th. He's worked 2 scoreless. It's 5-0 Diamondbacks. Are Chaz Roberts. Air conditioning. Cool plays of the game. I wanted to hear the gong off the foul pole.
Absolutely. Corbin Carroll with a rope line drive about 10 rows up out there in right field. I still like the stolen bases better.
They're fun. Well, here to work the bottom of the 8th inning and making his major league debut is the right-hander Blair Calvo. Global Credit Union called to the bullpen. His numbers at AAA Albuquerque for Colorado this year. A 23rd round pick out of Flagler College in St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah, they like the high strikeout total for Calvo, although he does walk a lot of guys, tends to give up a bunch of runs.
26 strikeouts in 18 innings. Alexa, Blair's wife, watching his big league debut. And the first batter he gets is the hottest hitter on the planet.
Go get him, kid.
Right. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who is 0 for 3 tonight, but he's hit the ball hard 3 times. Second base for Castro. There's one away.
What were you feeling when you walked onto a major league field for the first time?
Well, the first time was at Candlestick Park. It was after the strike in 1981, and we had about a week of workouts before the games resumed. So the first ballpark I stepped on actually in uniform as a big leaguer was Candlestick, but the first place I played was Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati.
Two shining jewels of baseball architecture.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it was just I had to try to keep my focus on what was right in front of me, because if you start looking around, you realize, geez, there's a whole bunch of people here. I'm not sure I should be here right now, but you know, you just focus on what it is you need to do and keep doing that. Get out. I had a better first impression the first time I went to a major league game. Cleveland Municipal Stadium, another gem.
Yeah.
But I think, like most fans, the first time you walk into a major league park and you come out the tunnel and you see all that green grass and the lights and the colors, it's just an amazing experience.
I highly recommend it.
Yep.
Christian Walker has walked twice and struck out. Boy, Ryan McMahon, stop hitting it there.
Try somebody else.
Hey, you can get a tremendous view of this ballpark and enjoy delicious handcrafted options at the same time. It's the brand new Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers Terrace here at Chase Field. This is absolutely one of the best seats in the ballpark. You got all that comfortable seating area, tables, food. They bring it all right to you. And tickets are on sale right now. dbacks.com/coldbeers. There it is. You're right above left field.
Might catch an Evan Longoria home run out there.
To your line, that's no crouton. Longoria hit a monster home run to dead center in the first, his 7th of the year. Sanderson forward bullpen, the right-hander Kevin Ginkel. 2 scoreless innings in relief from Scott McGuff. Gave up just 1 hit, a walk, struck out 4. Once more for Castro, and Blair Calavo's first big league inning is 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Alexa on her feet. Congratulations, young man. 5-0 Diamondbacks. 5-0 Diamondbacks. Roof and outfield panels have been open here tonight, and we are told the roof will be open again tomorrow.
Nice.
And we'll be with you at 6 o'clock. D-backs live, the pregame show in Valley Sports, Arizona. Tommy Henry gets the start for the Diamondbacks. And then we're back early. Getaway day Thursday afternoon at 12:40 start. Zach Davies against former D-back great Chase Anderson. And here to work the 9th inning, Global Credit Union called to the bullpen. A right-hander Kevin Ginkel, who last pitched on Friday night against Boston. And this is his 21st appearance of the year. Kevin has worked at least 2 full innings 4 of his last 5 times out. They've got nice length out of both Ginkel and McGuff.
Absolutely. When they needed it the most. Most of that was working with a 7-man bullpen, and those guys were able to give you some length, some multiple inning outings. It was right on time.
Harold Castro, who doubled in the 4th inning. 1 for 3, leads off the 9th. Harold Castro, Nolan Jones, Brenton Doyle, all due up for the Rockies. Diamondbacks, if they can hang on and win this one, would move to within a game of first place behind the Dodgers in the NL West. Now LA is still playing. They are leading the Nationals 4-3. That's in the 7th inning. It's only 1 back in the loss column right now. And there's a look creeping up on the boys in blue. Rockies would drop to 24-31 or 24-32.
Diamondbacks right now one of just 3 National League teams, along with the Dodgers and the Braves, with at least 30 wins. They're chasing the Dodgers, and they host Atlanta for 3 here starting on Friday. DBacks.com for tickets. Come on down and see Ronald Acuna Jr. and the National League East leaders. Here's Tommy Henry on the left there. The left-hander goes here tomorrow night.
Jake McCarthy's got 2 stolen bases and 2 base hits in this game, and he's pacing around the outfield like he's begging for somebody to hit the ball to him. He can't stand still between pitches.
He's fun to watch.
He really is.
Ketel Marte, a little dribbler to second base, and there's one away in the ninth. Don't forget Todd and Gracie set to go. D-Backs live post-game show coming up. As Nolan Jones steps in there, 0 for 3, the first baseman tonight. Rockies would drop to 8 games under 500 and 9-18 away from Coors Field this year. They are having their usual issues on the road.
Ooh, blew that right by him. 97 up and in.
Well, the bullpen, for the most part, when it's not worn out and exhausted, has performed well top to bottom. Austin Adams has been a nice addition as well. Castro and Chafin, McGuff and Ginkel. All the lefties have worked out. Joe Mantiply is warming up now, or throwing, I should say, on the injured list. He's progressing nicely. Nolan Jones lifts one toward the corner and gone. First Rockies run. Well, he hit 2 in just under 30 games for the Guardians last year. That's his first as a Rocky.
I mean, the pitch location is not great down and into a left-handed hitter, but boy, after throwing a fastball by him the way he did before, I don't know why you would throw him an off-speed pitch. Speed up that bat, give him a chance to get the barrel on it and hit it out of here.
Brenton Doyle, the center fielder, taps one to third for Rivera. Well, here's the troublesome Tovar, who had 2 hits in the ball game yesterday, a single and a triple. He has doubled twice tonight and has looked very good defensively, which has always been his calling card, but that bat is starting to make some noise.
Once again, an elevated fastball at 96. That time Tovar couldn't catch up to it.
Two and two on Ezequiel Tovar. Diamondbacks live post-game show is next. Back with you tomorrow night. Tommy Henry gets the baseball. Pre-game show at 6 on Bally Sports Arizona. Full count, 3-2. Profar, the leadoff man, waiting on deck.
Ezekiel Tovar dunks it into right. He's on base again, his 3rd hit tonight. And his 5th hit in this series.
You wonder how long he'll be lurking down there at the bottom of the Rockies batting order, getting on base the way he is. Wouldn't be surprised to see Bud Black move him up a little bit.
Going to have to get somebody hot in the Diamondback bullpen now. Profar 0 for 3 with a walk. Miguel Castro in the Sanderson Ford bullpen. Ginkel at 20 pitches in the inning. And there's your fastball. You want it, you got it. Got him! And that's the ball game. Diamondbacks beat the Rockies 5-1. They've taken the first 2 games of this 4-game set, and Torey Lovullo's club gets to 9 games over 500.
Well, the righties did what they were supposed to do tonight. Slug. Corbin Carroll joined the party with a home run of his own, and look at the hair fly out there.
Yeah, the stolen bases were stacking up as well. McCarthy and Carroll swiped 2 apiece. Diamondbacks have won 12 of their last 17. And they've taken the first 2 games from Colorado. Up next, D-Backs Live post-game show. Todd Walsh, Mark Gray standing by. That's coming up next on Bally Sports Arizona.
Continues here on Bally Sports.
Whoa, hey!
What do you say to that?
Well, I say hi, Evan. Nice ball game. Now, what is this? The victory vest?
I guess, yeah. They just put it on me. I saw it on Dre yesterday. I guess this is our new victory vest.
You just do what you're told.
Yeah.
Todd Walsh and Mark Race with Evan Longoria for just a couple of moments here after a big victory. And Evan, I just want to start. Generally, there was no need for a comeback like yesterday on Memorial Day. Your offense was dialed in early against Kyle Freeland, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we did a good job. Obviously, the first inning, we cashed in 3 and then tack on a couple late. He didn't give us many opportunities. Pitched pretty well. We got those 3 early, and then he pitched out of some jams, made some pitches, and but a couple home runs, and Corbin creating that run basically by himself for the sac fly with Gabby.
And let's go through your home run. Did you know you had 452 feet still left in you?
I mean, when the roof's open, the ball carries pretty well here. So there's really no doubters to center field, but I knew I hit it pretty good.
Well, the only field that was going to hold that one was O'Hare.
Yeah.
You were in the dugout as a DH. You got the best seat in the house to watch Zach Gallen. How much fun is that to watch this kid?
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable, man. He pounds his own. He has the ability to put everybody away. He was pretty efficient tonight, and picked us up like he always does when he goes out there every 5th day.
I want to follow up on that. What's it like when he walks in the room? We've been talking a lot about this tonight and actually in the last month or 2 about the ace of the staff, Evan. Yeah. Mark was talking about the presence that some of the aces he's played with delivers before he even gets out onto the field. What's he like in the room when you see him come in on a game day?
Yeah, he was pretty quiet today, like he is on every game day. I mean, I saw him a couple times, doing his homework, looking through all of his stuff on the iPad, his statistics, what he wants to do, and just headphones in, kind of focused on attacking the game plan. And every other day he's talkative, and with the guys, but on game day he's real focused.
Evan, before we let you go and get rid of that, that looks like the Thriller. That's what Michael Jackson wore in Thriller.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I want to get hit to this. Your 32nd win of the year. You're 9 games over 500. Yeah. Chasing the Dodgers now. You lead the National League wild card. You're new to this essentially. What's the key? What is the special sauce to this team? Why is this happening?
I mean, we believed it in spring training. You know, we knew we had a good mix of, you know, good young talent. The pitching is there, and we just needed to put it all together. I mean, I said it when I signed here. You know, I was excited to be a part of this group, and I think, you know, everything that I saw from the other side last year is kind of starting to fall into place. You know, guys making great pitching performances. You know, obviously Corbin, Jake, the contributions that we've gotten from all the young players, Gabby, and you know, the acquisitions that we made with Lourdes. So, you know, everything is there. I mean, I think the focus in the clubhouse is not really, we're not chasing anybody. You know, we're battling, you know, amongst ourselves every day to go out there and perform. And it's been fun to watch guys prepare and go out there and try and win ball games.
Love it. I know it didn't matter back in the day, but launch angle is 26 and the exit velocity 106 on top of the 452.
And he's popping the collar too.
Yes, he is. He got to pop that collar.
Yeah.
Evan, thank you.
All right.
Enjoy the night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Nice going.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Evan Longoria joining us outside the Arizona Diamondbacks dugout. Ola Ray was the other person in the Thriller video with Michael.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
She was gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. Diamondbacks Live, the post-game show. Of course, you got to add Vincent Price into the mix, too. We'll be right back.